see what there is today in IKEA and what we have for lunch. We've both got some meatballs. I've got a lemon and lime flavoured drink. Dime bar cake, looks nice. You've got some kind of cheesecake there. Don't know what it is. We've got a bit of garlic bread and some condiments. You've got a coffee, and I think it came to about £22 something. I'll pop it on the screen. Hello and welcome back. We are in the lounge, and I thought you might like to take a little look at everything that we bought today at IKEA. We've currently got a couple of projects going on at home at the moment, and I thought I would tell you a little bit about those. We're currently in the lounge and we don't have any settees. We've been using this room for something else. It's been my storage and packing station for my eBay business and my Avon business over the last 18 months. However, that has now changed and I'm not doing the markets anymore, but I'm still selling on eBay and I still do have my regular customers. So everything has gone back upstairs to my original office. However, some things are still down here. Now, when we moved into this house, we brought with us 2 sofas that we bought when we lived in Lanzarote. We had a very, very big lounge where we did live, and those settees fitted in our rental where we lived for 8 years. But unfortunately, in this lounge, in this new build, they just looked far too big. They didn't fit. There wasn't really much room for any other furniture. So we've now got rid of both of those settees out of here. And we have purchased a new sofa. I'm not sure how long or when it will be here. I think when we ordered it, probably about 3 weeks ago, it did say 4 to 6 weeks delivery. I'm going to pop a couple of little pictures in so you can have a look. There is a 3-seater sofa, a big armchair, a little pink poufet to put your feet up on, and it's pink and I'm so excited. Now in here, this room is grey. We do have white blinds and we do have some like lilac-y curtains, and I've got a lilac rug. So I'm hoping I haven't got to do too much else when this sofa arrives. We might need to buy a new coffee table because we don't have one in here, and we're hoping to be able to sit in here and enjoy watching the TV a bit more, because at the moment, we just kind of sit in our kitchen dining area. So let me show you what we have bought today. Oh, the other project we're doing, just completely went off tangent, is in our wardrobes upstairs. We have the big IKEA Pax wardrobes, PAX they're called, and they have sliding doors on and drawers that slide in and out. However, there is one wardrobe in particular that there's half of it at the bottom empty. I just kind of store all my shoes up in there. It's driving me a little bit insane. So I wanted to get a couple of these drawers. Now I might have to stand up to show you this. So I have got, and Jed has got, these wire baskets for shoes in our wardrobes, and I said to him I could do with a couple more because like I have quite a lot of like trainers and flat shoes and bulky shoes, and then I've got like my kind of winter boots, different boots, like things you might wear for work, things you might wear for holiday, and I just wanted to give them a good old sort out and get that sorted. Now I'm putting some of my shoes on Vinted because I can't really wear heels anymore with the problem with my knee. So I wanted to give my shoes a good sort out. So let me show you. Now these are massive. So these huge baskets, I don't know if you can see, they're really quite big. I don't know how big they are. I have a size on. They come in 2 sizes. It's the same width, but it's the depth of them. So you can get some wardrobes that are a bit narrower, but these are the deep, and these are £15 each. And we got 3 of those, but you do need to buy the runners separately if you want to put them in the wardrobe. And these cost £5 each for a set of like the runners to go with those. So that's kind of the boring stuff out the way. So that is a little project. Hopefully we might get that done tomorrow for my wardrobe so I can sort all my shoes out. Makes it sound like I've got loads of shoes. I really don't, but I kind of have lots of different trainers. They're not even like trainers. They're not like they're not trainers for like running or anything. They're just like things like that. That's it, basically. So that is what we went for. We went for that, and it was, so how much is that? And that is £60 basically for the 3 baskets. I also wanted to buy some tea lights because I was getting very, very low on tea lights. I usually always get the tea lights from IKEA, and this is a pack of 100 and they are £4 a pack. So I've got 2 packs of those, and they have a burn time of 4 hours and they're unscented. So I just put those in like a big vase. I find with a new build, when it's a little bit cold, if you light a few candles and there's 2 of you in a room, it really warms that room up quite quickly. So I think the other night it was a little bit chillier, so we just lit a load of candles and it really warms the room up. And somebody who doesn't live in the house came in and they're like, oh, it's lovely and toasty in here. So sometimes it's just better than putting the heating on, especially this time of year because it's May. The weather has been beautiful, but then all of a sudden we had a lot of rain last night and the temperature just dropped. So 2 packs of those, £4 each. Seems like a lot, but we don't go to IKEA that often, to be honest. So might as well get them when we go. Now they had these other tea lights. These were £2.50. And these are 3.5 hour burn time. I'm not sure what the fragrance is, but it's quite a manly, clean smell. I don't know. I'm going to have to Google it. Bear with. Oh, it's bergamot and cedarwood and the pale green. They smell really, really lovely. I'm really liking that. They did have the candles as well, but I have bought some other candles and I'm going to show you those now. They did have these in big candles with like a wooden lid on, and they were £8 and they had 2 wicks in them and it was 70 hours burning. So highly recommend. The smell of those are beautiful, and it's called Bucetapel. I'll put a little picture on the screen so you can see. I did buy 2 other candles. Well, I actually bought another 4 candles, but I'm going to show you these first. I love jasmine. Jasmine is just one of my favourite smells. We have jasmine around the front door. It is beautiful when the sun is on it. These smell lovely. Now, I've had these before, and they are kind of like a very pinky tinge to them. And that's what they look like. They're called Lugnare. And they are 50 hours burn time. So I have bought 2 of those and they were £5 each. And I also got these 2 little candles. These were £2.50 each, and these are the same fragrance. So these are jasmine as well. And these are like a lovely little terracotta-y, well, they're like a pottery pot, and they're glazed down a little bit of a gap at the bottom. And these are pink with like a little freckly, I don't know what you call it, like little freckly look, I suppose. And I just thought they were quite nice. So I'm thinking when my pink settee comes, I've got a couple of nice pink candles to go in here. Yeah, £2.50 each, and I got 2 of those. Next up is plastic bags, and these are really good for storage, and I kind of use these quite a lot for holidays. So these are £3.50 a pack, and we've got the red and pink ones. These are called Istad. These are called Istad, something like that anyway. In this packet there are 25 1.2 litres and 25 2.5 litres. I kind of use those ones also for measuring liquids as well, or when you've got to have liquids that go in your hand luggage, they're quite good for that. And then I have some that are a little bit bigger, so these are 2.5 litres, and there's again 25 in a packet, and 1.2 litres. So is that the same? 1.2? Yeah, 1.2, and there's 25 of those. These are really handy for like putting stuff in the freezer, or yeah, just storing things really in there. So that's quite good. £3.50 a pack, really nice. Now we did buy a picture frame because we found a picture today of our daughter at her graduation, and Jed measured it, and unfortunately I don't think it's going to fit. Now this picture frame was £5. So up our stairs we have like a bit of a gallery photo, but yeah, I'm not sure whether this is going to look right, so if not, we'll use it for something else. Next up is towels. Now we have white fluffy towels for our bathrooms, and years ago and I'm talking donkeys years ago in Lanzarote, we bought loads of these white towels, and we have been using these towels for years, and they're getting a little bit threadbare, and we're needing to throw them out and upgrade and buy some new ones. Now, every time we've been, we've never really seen ones that are really nice enough. They always kind of felt a bit rough until today. Now, these bath sheets are available in different sizes. So these are 100 by 150 centimetres, and they were £19 each. I know that seems a little bit extreme, and you can probably get them bath towels cheaper, but they do feel a really nice quality. I'm going to stand up and show you how big they are. Anyway, they are very big and very lovely, very fluffy, and they are going to get washed. 2 in, 2 out. If we like them, we've said we'll go and get some more. Also, this weekend in IKEA, they did have a spend £100, get £10 off. So we did get £10 off everything we bought today. You just had to make sure you had your IKEA card. I think that offer is until the 26th, but could be wrong, but just check before you go. I thought this was quite cute, actually. It's a little Aloe Vera plant, and there's 2 little plants in there, and that was only £3. Now, I do have a pink vase and a green vase, so that is going to go in here. The next thing, this was something that I did want to get, so this wasn't an impulse buy, but I do have a couple of boxes in here, and they used to kind of go under the bed, and they've just got things in like spare birthday cards, Christmas cards, so you can't really see, but again, I'm going to have to take a picture and show you. And it's just a kind of grey. It feels a bit cardboardy, but it also feels a bit canvassy. And these are just boxes, so I'm just going to make them up, and they are going to go on the sets of the drawers, and they are just going to stay in here, out the way, rather than me have them at the top of the house. And I'm just going to put all the cards in that, and they're just going to be kept stored in here on the shelves. I've got 2 of them. They were £9 each, so that's £18 for the 2. Then in this room, we do have some sets of IKEA. They're like kind of shelving, and you can put drawers in them, or, you know, different things. And I do have 2 canvas grey boxes in here, but I wanted to change it a little bit. So I do have these, which I think these are IKEA. And I wanted to kind of bring a little bit more of the wicker look into the room. So these were £15 each, and we got 2 of these, and these were probably a little bit of an impulse buy, but I do think they will look quite nice in here. So I didn't want everything kind of like grey, wanted to try and incorporate a little bit of wood in as well. So we've got 2 of those. Now, last is one of my favourite purchases of the day, and I think it's a great bargain. Now, in this room, we do tend to store vases, so like empty vases. So I do like fresh flowers in the house, but I've probably got maybe 4 vases, kind of like, you know, redundant, because they're for different sort of shaped flowers. So I just saw these flowers and I thought they're really cute, and they were only 50p each. We bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to have to take all these little stickers off now. 8, 9, 10. And they were 50p each. So that worked out at £5. And I just thought they were quite nice, really. I like spraying artificial flowers with a bit of perfume. If I've got a perfume and it's kind of like a fresh florally perfume, but I'm kind of not using it. I do kind of get a lot, or I used to get a lot with Avon, like free gifts and things. I do like to freshen artificial flowers up with some, you know, fragrance that I possibly wouldn't use for myself, but I quite like it in the room. So I feel like I really like them. How cute are they? You're probably thinking, oh my God, they look horrendous. My mum probably would, because she hates plastic plants. But I just thought it might be kind of like nice for one of the vases that is empty, but, you know, doesn't have any nice fresh flowers in. So that is it. That is our IKEA haul today. We spent £200 and we got £10 off. So we only paid £190 for all this lovely stuff. So project bedroom upstairs for the shoes, and then project for the lounge. Yes, I'm really looking forward to getting the new sofas in the lounge. Last year, I kind of like, like we don't really sit in this room very much. I don't know why, we just never have. I think it's because the settees just never felt right. So I'm hoping that the new settees are going to make it feel a little bit more homelier. Yeah, so I don't need any new cushions, don't need really any new pictures. I've got loads of lovely throws. I've got a nice lilac-y rug, and I think that's going to go quite nice with the sofa. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that arriving. So that is probably a little bit of my jobs and Jed's jobs for tomorrow. And yeah, thank you very much for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed my little IKEA haul. We don't go very often, to be honest with you, especially not on a Saturday, because it's just absolutely... to be fair, it wasn't too bad today. The queues weren't too bad. We were probably in the queue for maybe 5-10 minutes maximum. Even queuing up for the food, which is normally crazy, we weren't that long. So yeah, that is it for today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.